experience more immersive and more productive. With Right Sight 2, we evolved the remote viewer experience from traditional group framing to individual participant framing. Using advanced machine learning algorithms, we are able to provide an at-home webcam-like experience for meeting rooms. To help ensure we only frame meeting room participants, we extended our framing technology with a feature we call Camera Zone. This feature, which is particularly handy in rooms with glass walls, allows admins to establish an area of focus for the camera that's limited to the room itself. You no longer need to frost your glass walls. But our vision for the future goes beyond a single camera. When the in-room conversation moves to brainstorming on a whiteboard, Logitech Scribe can broadcast that whiteboard content into video meetings with outstanding clarity. In larger, more traditionally shaped spaces, we believe multiple cameras are needed to capture multiple viewing angles to provide that webcam-like experience. This is why we pioneered the idea of combining a front of room with a center of table camera to provide a fundamentally better video experience. Logitech's site has already raised the bar, but today I'm thrilled to announce that we're raising the bar once again. Our highly anticipated feature, Smart Switching, which intelligently switches camera views depending on where participants are looking, is now available as a public beta. While it's important for remote participants to see everyone clearly, it's even more important for them to hear everything being said. This is why we use an advanced 6-microphone array in the Rally Bar family of products. These beamforming mics capture speakers from as far as 7 meters away. But we didn't stop there. For the past year, our audio team have been heads down rewriting many of the audio algorithms from the ground up. Using the latest machine learning technology, we've produced larger, more complex models that greatly outperform prior ones. Now, reverb from hard surfaces and other unwanted distracting sounds are significantly reduced while preserving the speaker's natural voice. We call this improvement Right Sound 2. It's part of the CollabOS 1.12 software update and is available now. Let's talk about our partners. To fully unlock what our solutions and AI can do, we integrate deeply with partner platforms to enable even richer and smarter experiences. Our Microsoft Teams certified devices now support speaker recognition and attribution, which unleashes the power of Copilot in the meeting rooms to deliver meeting summaries, insights, and action items. We've integrated our Right Sight 2 technology to enable IntelliFrame, an AI-driven meeting experience designed to improve hybrid meetings. We've extended this next-gen video experience to larger spaces with Sight, making Rally Bar with Sight the first and only front and center Teams certified solution. But today, I'm excited to share that later this year, we're bringing multi-stream support for Teams Room on Windows with Rally Bar and Rally Bar Mini. This will give remote in-room participants their own tiles and later participant labeling. Together with Zoom, we've delivered smart and immersive experiences that enable hybrid teams to work from anywhere. With Zoom AI Companion, our solutions boost productivity and team collaboration. We use our Right Sight 2 technology to integrate with Zoom's Smart Gallery, giving in-room participants their own tiles, just like those dialing in from home. For larger spaces, we've certified Sight, Zoom's first and only certified panoramic camera. And we've certified Rally Camera to enable Intelligent Director that brings the multi-camera experience to even more room types. And we're also working with Zoom to bring the Intelligent Director experience to Zoom Room appliances with Sight. And we'll have a lot more to share about that soon. Lastly, but not least, we're excited about our joint innovation roadmap with Google, particularly Workspace with Gemini at the center of it. The recent introduction of Google Meet for Android on Rally Bar and Rally Bar Mini makes us Google's first and only hardware partner providing the flexibility of choice to deploy either Android-based or Chrome OS. Later this year, we'll share how we further elevate our user experience by integrating Gemini across our portfolio of solutions like Sight with dynamic tiles and dynamic layouts, or Gemini's live translation supported by Rally Bar family. Lastly, let's talk about sustainability. As market leaders, it's our responsibility to consider all stakeholders, especially the environment. Earlier this year, we announced our transition to using Next Life plastic materials in our CollabOS device portfolio. But there's so much more we can do with software. Through regular software updates that add new capabilities, we extend the life of a device so you can keep it longer. But we can do more. We've been working on something big. Today, most CollabOS devices are running on Android 10. But new versions of Android are released periodically that enhance the security and supportability of the platform. So I'm proud to share that we will be upgrading all CollabOS devices to Android 12. This update will provide an additional 2 years of security patches and compatibility support, which helps keep devices in use that much longer. So, as you can see, software is at the core of what we do and what we believe. Through continued software updates, we can make our solutions smarter with new AI capabilities, deliver deeper partner integrations, and make our solutions more sustainable by extending their life cycle. Now, to share another big announcement, I'd like to introduce you to Alan.
Thanks, Henry. 8 years ago, a small group of us came together to reimagine what a modern video conferencing solution could be. We saw a world of complexity that needed to be simplified. We wanted to make video conferencing more flexible, to give you more choices. And we wanted to make something that would extend video into all spaces, not just high-end boardrooms. With these simple principles, and a lot of feedback from you, we delivered Meetup, one of the first all-in-one video conferencing solutions. We had ambitious dreams, but we never imagined that Meetup would equip over 1 million conference rooms. It's helped people connect in the most challenging of times and brought people together in the best moments too. But a lot has changed since we launched Meetup. IT and end users continue to want simpler products and flexibility, but now expect them to be smarter and enhanced with AI. And as more spaces are being video enabled, there is an expectation for products to be built using design for sustainability principles. So, over the last couple of years, a small group of us came back together to rethink what a modern video conferencing solution should be. And as a result, I'm excited to introduce to you Meetup 2. Meetup 2 is the latest addition to our video portfolio. It's built for small and huddle room deployments and supports both PC and BYOD-based configurations. We designed Meetup 2 around 3 key principles: maintaining simplicity and flexibility, providing the latest Logitech AI innovations, and making this one of our most sustainably built video bars yet. Let's talk about simplicity. Meetup 2 features the same all-in-one design that makes installation a breeze. It comes with a redesigned multi-mount system so it can be installed on a horizontal surface, with a perfect angle adjustment above a display, on a wall, or even on a tripod. To keep things simple, you can even use the existing Meetup wall and display mount, which makes upgrading to Meetup 2 super simple. Plus, for clean cable management, cables are neatly routed and protected, regardless of how you deploy it. For organizations that use BYOD mode, we aim to simplify how users interact with the device. Today, most BYOD setups offer a 2-cable solution: USB for the video bar and HDMI for the display. IT teams will then add a dongle or a dock of some type. But we can make that simpler. Meetup 2 offers a single cable BYOD experience that connects the display, microphones, and speakers through a 5-meter USB-C cable. The best part? This approach doesn't require apps or custom drivers. It works with most modern laptops, even works with my iPad. Now let's talk about being smarter with software. Meetup 2 is a CollabOS device, which means it has our latest AI innovations and will continue to receive new features through software updates. Meetup 2 features Write Sight 2 and Write Sound 2, AI features that enable meeting room participants to be seen and heard clearly. With Write Sight 2, you can choose to either frame the group of participants, the active speaker, or each person individually. If you're using Meetup 2 in an open space or in a room with glass walls or reflective surfaces, Camera Zone lets you define an area to frame, thereby excluding unintended participants. With this built-in 4K camera and a 120-degree field of view lens, Meetup 2 ensures everyone is seen and well represented. With advanced camera optics and onboard AI, we even correct the image distortion that's common with wider field of view lenses to ensure that all participants appear as they are in real life, even those at the edge of the frame. To ensure everyone is heard, we use Write Sound 2, a collection of our most advanced audio algorithms that reduce unwanted sounds while equalizing soft and loud talkers at various distances. Write Sound 2's algorithms, coupled with onboard 6 beamforming mics, ensure everyone is heard at great distances. Meetup 2 will have AI noise suppression, which minimizes unwanted sounds like building fans and keyboard clicks. It will also have echo suppression to reduce reverb from walls, ceilings, and other hard surfaces in large spaces. For IT teams deploying Meetup 2 in a BYOD configuration, managing a large fleet of devices will be easier than ever. Meetup 2 offers both Wi-Fi and Ethernet connectivity, which makes device setup and remote management through Logitech Sync as simple as the rest of our CollabOS devices. For end users, Meetup 2 will improve the in-room experience with digital signage support. Now IT and workplace teams can personalize the in-room display when the device is idle. This display customization is available through Logitech Sync and several of our key partners. With AppSpace, you'll be able to unify the content experience inside and outside the meeting rooms. Microsoft Teams customers will be able to extend the Teams enhanced BYOD experience to unlock features like shared display mode for end users and device management through Teams Admin Center. And with Zoom, we're working to enable their digital signage only Zoom Room experience to bring device management and wireless content sharing to BYOD rooms in a unique way. And finally, Meetup 2 is our most sustainably built video bar to date. From the inside out, it's engineered to minimize environmental impact by using Next Life plastics. Our design and engineering teams have achieved 62% recycled material, the highest percentage of any CollabOS device we've built so far. Inside Meetup 2, we've made the heatsink out of recycled aluminum, and we're using FSC certified paper to ensure even the materials we use in the packaging are sustainably sourced. And that's Meetup 2, our latest addition to the lineup that helps IT teams make all spaces video spaces. With Meetup 2, we're continuing to provide simplicity and flexibility for PC deployments with upcoming certifications for Microsoft Teams rooms on Windows, Zoom Room on Windows and Mac, and Google Meet Compute. And now to tell you how you can scale our solutions in your environment, I'd like to introduce you to Philippe and Johanna.
Thank you, Alan. The pandemic changed how and where we work and how we enable and support hybrid teams to work together. Overnight, video conferencing went from being a tool to a utility. Many companies are now rapidly equipping their spaces with the technology hybrid teams need to collaborate, and users now expect simple and reliable solutions everywhere they go. But while that is all happening, IT teams aren't exactly growing. Let's face it, you're being asked to do a lot more with less. Our vision at Logitech is to make all collaboration spaces video spaces. To do that, we want to partner with you to help you adopt and scale. We've been on a journey to simplify our solution, making device deployments, maintenance, and management faster and easier. For end users, we've been obsessed with making the interface as simple as just one touch. And we've automated things like camera tracking so they can focus on collaboration, not orchestration. And we've also been innovating around care and coverage for customers. Since the early days of Logitech for Business, we've provided one of the industry's most generous service offerings. All Logitech business products come with our basic service tier that includes 2 years of hardware warranty, access to our device management tool that we call Sync, and business hours customer support. And as more and more enterprises started adopting our solutions, we introduced an all-in-one solution called Logitech Select. Select offers dedicated enterprise-grade support, provide you with around-the-clock technical expertise, and works as an extension of your existing team. Our package also includes device and space management, tools and sites, and advanced RMA. Some of our customers have already scaled their service deployments to thousands of rooms, and since launching Select, we've partnered with over 2,000 organizations in 50 countries. Today, I am excited to tell you that we're adding 2 new capabilities to our Select service offering. Here is Joanna to tell you more.
Thanks, Philippe. With Sync, you can manage thousands of devices remotely, making device configurations and updates simple. However, sometimes you wish you could be in the actual room to provision a device or help someone start a call. To help you do that, I'm excited to announce Sync Remote UI Access. With Remote UI Access, you can interact with any network-connected ColabOS device as if you were in the room. It's simple and secure. To use Remote UI Access, find the device in Sync and click Start Session. In your browser, you will see the device screen and you can interact with it using your mouse and keyboard just like if you were in the room. We built Remote UI Access to be secure. Your browser establishes a peer-to-peer connection, which means your company's audio and video never leave your network. In-room participants will clearly see that a remote UI session is in progress on all displays. Managing Logitech devices has always been simple, but with Remote UI Access, we're making it more straightforward, plus saving you multiple trips around the office. And now over to the next exciting feature. Last year, we announced Logitech Desk Booking to make it easy to book flex desks at the office. Today, I'm excited to share that we're extending that feature with Logitech Room Booking, a simple-to-use solution designed to work seamlessly with Tab Scheduler and enabling your teams to find and book rooms easily. Logitech Room Booking is ideal for those of you in mixed platform environments or BYOD setups. It provides a simple and seamless way to manage your meeting rooms. Deployed with our Tab Scheduler, the lights on the side and the front of the interface makes it easy to spot a free room at a distance and grab it. And in addition, the built-in mapping experience enables an easy navigation, which can be extended with roommates and larger size displays. With rooms that have rally bars, you can leverage the in-camera occupancy detection to check in or release meetings automatically. Room Insights help you understand how meeting rooms are being used over time for better space planning. Best of all of this is integrated into Sync, allowing you to manage devices and spaces, from flex desks to meeting rooms, all from a single pane of glass. So there you go, 2 amazing new capabilities, and now back to you, Philippe.
As you can see, Select offers a great combination of talented technical expertise and advanced software features to help you manage your spaces. However, there are some of you who have already invested in that expertise, either with in-house teams or a trusted channel partner, but still need the advanced tools to help you scale your deployment. Today, I am pleased to introduce Logitech Essential. Logitech Essential combines all the powerful software tools such as remote UI access, alerts, insights, and space management into one simple package, so you are covered if an issue should arise. Finally, both Essential and Select service tiers will be available for the meeting room and the flex desk. I invite you to try these premium features directly from Sync and talk to us about activating a free trial Essential service license before August 2024. Earlier, Henry talked about our design for sustainability principles. There comes a time when devices need to be retired, and I am delighted to share that our new collect and recycle program is how we are helping you responsibly recycle your equipment, whether it's Logitech's or someone else. We're taking early partner interest in this program now, so please contact your Logitech account manager to learn more. And that's our update on services. My team and I are excited to earn the right to partner with you to help you streamline the setup management and scaling of your conference room and flex desk deployments. We've got you covered, either with Logitech Select or Logitech Essential. We're here to ensure your success. I'll now pass it back to Prakash to conclude our session.
Thank you, team. That was terrific. We shared a lot today, from software advancements with CollabOS to the launch of Meetup 2 and our new service offerings. We are innovating to help our customers keep up with the demands of the modern workplace. Innovation, reliability, global scale, and sustainability. Above all, a relentless focus on simple, intuitive experiences, designed for people and built for business. Now, that's the new logic of work. Thanks for tuning in. Now I invite you to join us for a Q&A with our team.
Hello, and welcome to the live portion of the Transforming the Workplace Experience event. Wow, what a slew of announcements we just went through. We actually had to be really choiceful with the things we did talk about, a lot to fit in, but that's where this live portion comes in. We can bring back our experts to talk and go more deeply into our products and services, not only the news that we announced today, but also stuff that's coming up, or our strategies and how we're helping you build better collaboration between your teams. So before we dive in, just a quick housekeeping note. If you've got questions for us that you haven't been popping into chat already, be sure to use the Q&A function in order to ask questions to our team, who will answer right away, or bring it up to the experts here. And speaking of experts, I'd like to introduce Prakash, Henry, Philippe, and Alan, our experts today, to dive into your questions. And maybe just to get things started, Prakash, a question for you about the hybrid collaboration space is ever changing, and in your conversations with customers globally, what are the themes that come up about the challenges that are emerging and what they're facing?
Yeah, thank you. One of the biggest things that everyone is facing is employee demands. They are changing. You know, there's a need to be remote, a need to be on site, and a need to be hybrid. And almost all customers I talk to have some version of this employee demands that are coming out, which is one of the reasons why we spent a lot of time thinking about the users and the user experience in our products and how it helps employees actually work with some of the challenges that come up with collaboration. And along with that, we've actually focused on a few other things. We focused on how to make it secure, how to make sure that, like the device AI that we talked about today, remains secure. How do we make sure it's sustainable? Some of the things we talked about today on making our products more sustainable, actually making sure that we are keeping what is in a meeting space and what's in a desk and the whole workspace experience actually working for our IT teams. So really it's about making it as simple to use as possible, making it as sustainable as possible, making it as secure as possible. And you know, if I didn't mention the most common word that's being used these days, which is AI, really innovating with AI and actually making sure that the ecosystems that we connect to actually work for our customers. So that's a common theme we're seeing quite a bit. And yeah, we're super stoked to have this opportunity to share that with this audience today.
Certainly a lot of challenges that we're tackling. Maybe on the topic of AI, Henry, a question for you. In the roadmap that we're seeing from video collaboration partners, Microsoft, Zoom, Google, others, how are we working and jointly engineering with them solutions that enable all this intelligence and greatness?
Definitely. I mean, this past week, in the last actually 2 weeks, we've seen some of the biggest industry announcements around AI. Microsoft just had their event, Google as well. So really, the pace of innovation in that particular sector, that's where it's so dynamic, kind of what Prakash talks about. It's evolving so quickly. And we're in this really fortunate position where we can work in lockstep with the industry giants, the Zooms, the Microsofts, and the Googles to enable their experiences across a wide spectrum of spaces, so conference rooms, desktops at home. We've worked on a lot of things with all of them. Today we finally announced our Microsoft multi-stream experience and some of the Copilot integration, which was really exciting because we've been working on it for a while. And as you know, there are many other things coming in the pipeline. We probably won't cover those today, but this is really just the early stages of the innovation, and it's already pretty compelling.
Right. We'll save some of those announcements a little bit closer to and for another show, perhaps. But certainly continuing to work on a lot of those innovations together. But on the topic also of AI and intelligence, Meetup 2, our upgrade to the next portfolio. In terms of smaller room solutions, Alan, can you speak to what has been the upgrade from Meetup to Meetup 2? I mean, certainly AI and intelligence is one of those, but maybe touch more on what we're upgrading the experience on.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of changes between Meetup and Meetup 2. So we've improved the video performance, we've improved cable management, the network management or remote management, just the mounting, a lot of improvements in the product. Probably my favorite is actually the audio parts, because you think about if you have a video call, you can have a reasonable call without great video, but without great audio, it just doesn't really measure up. So we've done a lot of work on both the hardware and the software side for the audio. So for the speaker output, Meetup 2 will probably play twice as loud as the original Meetup. The frequency response is better. We put a larger speaker driver in there, a ported enclosure, so it has better low end. We actually put 6 microphone elements in there instead of 3, so our beamforming is more accurate. It's able to pick up people, attenuate noises better. So from a hardware standpoint, we've done a lot of work, but probably more interesting is actually some of the algorithms we've worked on. Much better noise reduction, much better room reverberation, and our AGC, or our ability to equalize quiet talkers and loud talkers. That's some exciting stuff that we've developed. And so it's much better product.
A lot of upgrades, for sure.
A lot of upgrades.
And on that one, I think not just the upgrade from Meetup to Meetup 2, but a lot of that right sound to equalizing voices, bringing clarity, we're bringing to the rest of the portfolio as well, which is really exciting. I think the interesting thing about making sure that people are heard and not only picked up goes back to this partnership point of, in order for it to be a good experience for remote participants, you need to give the cloud partners or provide enough data or inputs through the hardware. And only with enough perspectives, whether it's a multi-camera system or enough input from an audio standpoint, can they really do the hard work of enabling the intelligence. So it's kind of joint hardware and inputs as well as processing. Yeah, maybe a little bit more on Meetup 2. You know, last year we introduced Rally Bar Huddle, our all-in-one appliance-based video bar for small rooms. Where do both Rally Bar Huddle and Meetup 2 live in a smaller space? How can a customer distinguish between which product and the use case that each is best for?
Yeah, so it's a good question. About a year ago we introduced Rally Bar Huddle. It was designed for small rooms. Today we're introducing Meetup 2, which is designed for small rooms. So naturally the question would be, well, which one should I pick? So if you're a company that is running an appliance, so you're doing, for example, Teams on Android or Zoom on Android, then, or if you're thinking about doing that in the future, then Rally Bar Huddle is the appropriate choice. If you're either a pure PC dedicated room system, so you're running Google Meet, for example, or Zoom on USB, or you're running it as a BYOD device, then Meetup 2 is going to be the better choice.
Got it. Well, for a lot of customers who have Meetup today and are maybe thinking about upgrading to Meetup 2, I hear we've got over 1 million Meetups sold globally since the launch, Alan. Congratulations. But maybe, Philippe, a question for you. We talked a little bit about our Collect and Recycle program, which is in its infancy right now. We're taking early customer interest. But is there kind of a trade-in or trade-up program? Question from the audience about Meetup necessarily or others. Of how do we help them take back or upgrade equipment responsibly?
Yeah, so naturally, as our products are aging and being replaced by a new generation of product, whether it's some of our competitors or our own product, the big question is, what do I do with that equipment? Where do I put it? And so we felt that with the infrastructure that we have in place, we could help with that logistic nightmare. And we created a program that called Collect and Recycle. Just like its name indicates, we would love to work with you to collect the old equipment, retire it appropriately, give you a certificate back to you saying that it's been done appropriately, then allows you also to no longer have to worry with the logistic and how do I do it, where do I do it. And we can take advantage of our global footprints and also the logistic team that we have in place, like Prakash has put in place for the last decade, to definitely make this more efficient for you. So we invite you to connect with us, to try it, because we're not sure that we have yet the perfect journey to execute how to pick it up, discard it, send the report back. So please connect with your sales partner or the partners that you have around the globe, and we would love to debug the process with you and finalize it so we can define how it's going to merge into our services in the future.
Maybe, well, the collect and recycle program or a potential trade-in program is more at the end of a product life cycle, and there's lots we're doing there. Prakash, can you speak to, from either the Logitech standpoint or the business function, other things we're doing that you're really excited about to innovate on sustainability and lowering a carbon footprint?
Yeah, for sure. I think we've been focused on designing for sustainability in our products for a number of years. And what that means is actually making products with less carbon when we actually make them, when we source components for it, when we manufacture, actually using clean energy as part of the manufacturing process, when we get it into a conference room or a desk, to actually lower the consumer use phase. So things like actually putting it into sleep mode, waking it up, things of that sort. Actually really designing for sustainability and actually bringing these products to our customers. That's one of the main things we've been focused on for multiple years. Now, along with that, one of the things Henry talked about today was the support for Android 12, which is really what it is at the core is actually extending the life of the products once we make them so that you can actually enjoy them for as many years as possible before you retire them. And then we couple that with the program that Philippe just talked about, which is when it is time to actually end of life a product, we want to be able to collect that and recycle it. And it's the same recycle program that we use to actually bring recycled plastics back. So you get some of the old products, take the plastics apart, make new pellets with it, shoot new parts, and that goes right back into our products. And as of now, all CollabOS devices actually use recycled plastics, and this is why we're celebrating this moment. And I think this is a big focus area for us. And for sure, there's a lot to do here, and this is something that we've focused on quite a bit as a company. It also touches on our ecosystem partners with Zoom, Google, and Microsoft, actually making sure that we are able to maintain this ecosystem for our devices. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. One of the other things I'll say is we started this effort to carbon label our products. And the core idea there was, if you go out in a grocery store, buy a bag of chips, my favorite chips is the Frito-Lay's, jalapeno flavored chips, and you know what the calories are. We did the same kind of thing with carbon, so you can actually get the carbon footprint data right on the packaging or on our website. So when you as an IT manager is trying to decide what is the footprint of my product, you can actually quickly understand what's the footprint it's generating. And that'll help you make better decisions. And we are certainly opening up this methodology for others in the industry so they can adopt the same methodology or at least use some parts of it. And this would inform footprint information in the future. So super excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it takes not only a village, but literally the industry in order to make an impact. And although we have a big footprint, in a lot of ways, you're right, it invites others to join along in the journey, and I think this clarity with the impact is a great starting point. So also really excited about that. Maybe to you, Henry, or if others want to add on, a question from the audience about other partners in AI and leadership. So how do we partner with other folks who are also leading in the AI side of things in the world, like HP or Dell or NVIDIA, to innovate user experiences? I know they partner with us in other ways, but what opportunities are there to address hybrid work challenges with partners like, Dell, HP, Lenovo, et cetera?
That's a great question. If I were to look, a few years ahead in the future, I think we would probably all agree that it's not going to be any one AI that teams and you work with. It's probably going to be a collection of things, and different applications will have their own sort of AI experiences, their own intelligent kind of collaboration elements. And so, our approach is always to work with multiple different vendors, the ones we've listed out, but I think that will continue through in other endpoints. So when we think about the desktop experience, we have pretty strong relationships with folks like Adobe, and that will continue to extend. So I think as the AI ecosystem continues to evolve, you can absolutely expect that Logitech, on all the workspaces, whether it's a conference room or a desktop, we're going to be there partnering, integrating deeply with all the key ecosystem partners to make sure that our hardware feeds in tightly into these new AI ecosystems. So that's probably one of the most exciting parts of my job, is to kind of suss out where that world's going and make sure that we're right there where we need to be.
Very much still an unknown and a mystery, but we're exploring together with our partners, for sure. Maybe also in terms of a competitive advantage when it comes to our partnerships from a distribution standpoint or a sales standpoint. Maybe, Henry, I'll invite you to start, or Prakash, if you want to add on. What are our key differentiators when it comes to the channel and those partners on distribution and go-to-market strategies? This is a question from Gabriel in the audience.
Yeah, absolutely. We are an incredibly global team. I'm reminded of that every single time I travel globally and I see how big the teams are everywhere that we work. We have sales, support, channel elements everywhere throughout the world. And so we're able to deliver not just products, but also support. From Philippe's team, maybe you should talk about how we support globally. But we're able to support customers in most countries. And usually whenever I get into a conversation around, will you be able to support my company, my footprint? My question is always, give me your hardest country and let's see where we land. We usually land in a pretty good spot. And I think a lot of that goes to Prakash on the operations side, has been able to expand our footprint in such a broad way, but also from a support perspective, maybe if you want to talk a little bit about how we can support.
Sure. So the service was a sort of a latest addition to the offering that we've made at Logitech. And so I started several years ago, about 3 to 4 years ago, where we realized that we have to enhance significantly the way we support our partners around the world as they are adopting cloud technology. So at the time, we innovated around a simple service called Select. But to your point, to make Select ubiquitous around the globe, we needed to make sure that operationally we can execute everywhere where the customers are based. And so that was probably the biggest challenge, but because of the size that we have, because of the presence that we have in so many countries, we can give a very systematic way of supporting our teams around the globe, supporting the customer around the globe and the partners with fast response time, the ability to also deliver the product in relatively fast time, and therefore be more present in enabling more experiences. That ultimately what the company wants is the end user is utilizing our product, not debugging the stuff.
Yeah, if I can just add to that, I think we have some very core differentiators in global reach, and in some respects, Henry and Philippe talked about it. But if you really think about Logitech, we're trying to actually make sure that this employee experience that you are trying to deliver is something that is as easy as it's possible to install, manage, and provide equally across the globe. And to do that in any space, whether it's a meeting room or a desk or something in between, and to do that in a sort of consistent manner is one of the things that's unique about Logitech. You could decide to change your ecosystems later. You could decide to roll out your meeting rooms in a different order, desks in a different order, work with different partners. And that's the flexibility that we bring, working with our distribution partners and the global reach we have to be able to do that. And that's really what I think is unique about Logitech, and hopefully that is something that will make it flexible for you as our customers. Actually not have to think about where to buy it from, how to install it, how to deploy it. And we want to take that whole thing and simplify it for you.
Right, simplicity for the user, simplicity for administrators and managers, absolutely. And I think maybe, Philippe, I'll go back to you on the services front. So we just introduced today also remote UI access, room booking and space management, but also these new service offerings that help IT managers and other admins better get visibility and control over their deployment and extend their teams. Can you speak to the thought behind the new offering and how it boosts either the teams themselves or partners they may work with to manage their deployment?
Yeah, so just like my peers here on stage, we always start with the end user and the customer in mind, so we talk to them. And when we created Select, we got inspired by the simplicity, just like Prakash mentioned, on how the hardware is easy to set up, easy to use. We wanted to